Let's bring the next guy to the stage here. From here, went to LA. They kicked him out and sent him back here, actually. Big round of applause everybody for Sid Veda. Let him hear him. Sid Veda. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. How you all doing?
Good. Great.
One at a time. So yeah, I moved from New York to LA about 3 years ago. It's different. If I'm not funny tonight, in my defense, it's because it took me about 2.5 years to dumbify my material for Los Angelinos. It's very different, and I don't include enough, gnarlies and stuff. But now I'm gonna try and keep them out. So I just recently moved from Venice Beach, like the boardwalk on Venice Beach, which was dope, to West Hollywood, which is even better, because I no longer live in an apartment, as big as my shoe. Or one that smells like my shoe. It's very cool. I love it. It's very. But being a West Hollywood, I don't know if any of y'all have ever been to LA. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been to LA, but West Hollywood is, in New York terms, it's like Chelsea or Christopher Street on Halloween. And whatever, but being a relative newbie to California, I didn't know to expect that the first thing out of almost everyone's mouth when I told them I was moving to West Hollywood was, ooh, something about all the gays. Like I can't, oh no, it's gonna be clean and friendly. But it made me wonder if similar news with other places, generates the same sophomore, immature response. Like, work sometimes takes me up to San Francisco. Go for all the kids. When I lived here, I used to hang out in the village all the time. Go for all the kids. What? 2007 has been the slowest year of my career in LA. So I'm thinking about doing some gay porn. Go for all the kids. Fascists. I'm actually thinking about getting. I started getting a little bit more proactive with my career. So I started. You sit there. I started writing a script. Which obviously sets me apart in Hollywood. But I've written one scene, but I kind of got writer's block. Do you want me to reenact it for you? Could I act it? Yeah! I've never bothered writing material for the crowd that would say no. Okay, so imagine one of the big chubby houses in Malibu, which is the New York Hamptons, and who is it? Pool boy, man. But we don't have a pool. Let me get decent. That's what I have so far. Positive where it goes from there. If that were the whole movie, it would be like porn in India. Because if you ask anyone, all Indians are prudes. All billion of us. Seriously, it's like wealth here. They're just a couple guys having all the sex. No, that's crazy talk. Okay, so it's a very, very confusing life for Sid. Now, first of all, Sid isn't my real name. Sid Veda is my way of telling casting directors that they can call me without needing an interpreter. My real name is actually Sridhar Maravada. All together now? Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, so but growing up back in my hometown, Clan Rally in Pennsylvania, it would turn into every combination of letters and numbers and emoticons that you could imagine. Until my first day of high school, when my gym teacher tried it and butchered it, and everyone laughed, and finally said, "You know what? From now on, your name is Sid." So there that was. He doesn't really sound like that, but it sounds sexy, doesn't it? Anyway, this gym teacher was a trip. He had a profound effect enough on my life to get 2 jokes here in my act low these couple years after high school. And, I swear to God, this is a true story. You know how you have those vivid memories that you kind of wish you did? This gym teacher, I was horsing around with my buddies one time. This gym teacher comes up to me and says, "Sid, you're not going to make it in life." How did he know? I was 14 years old, and my gym teacher tells me I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make any comments out of respect to any gym teachers here. You know, because he's right, obviously. So the confusion, you know, pretty much makes me. My parents are Indian, so I am too, because that's how that works. But I was actually born in Maryland, you know, which makes me as American as anyone, other than like, you know, Tonto. The first few years of my life, we lived like in a ghetto area of Reading, and I think there are 3 black people here, and I sincerely do not mean any offense by this, but it's a true story. My dad tells me that when I was 4 years old, I came home from school one day and I told him that the other kids were calling me a nigger. So I asked him if I am one, you know, and my dad was still very new to the country, but my family's very supportive, and my dad said, "You know, son, if you work hard, maybe one day you will be nigger." This is me working hard. We moved there to the suburbs where I was white. Ew. When I went to college, I was a math major, as is required of all brown folks that aren't doctors, or cabbies, or Con Edison maintenance yet. But I listen to a lot of rap music, and I still think Snoop Dogg is like the coolest cat there is. But a couple years ago, actually, with a couple of people here in the audience, I found myself at the Debbie Gibson concert, which is white like, you know, Fox News. She's still Debbie Gibson to her MySpace friends. Don't judge me. And you know, no matter what kind of music I'm listening to, I'm always like, this is cool. This is a nice crowd. People are all nice. We all be my friends. Super. This is super. Sir, how old are you? Excellent. Very cool. Is this your mom? I'm Mama Fortuna. Very nice, very nice. I was actually asked by a couple of my friends how old you have to be to be in the club, and I told them 18 because that's what the website said. And so none of my high school friends came. I'm glad you're here, and if you want to bring your friends next time, do that. That'd be super duper. I'm just kidding. That's what I do. Jokes, you know what I'm saying? California is a fun place. California is, well, it's sunny every day. Every freaking day. I swear to God. It rains. I'm like, that's not what I'm really cheer for. When I moved there, I was white. That's crazy talk. but yeah, I'm liking it. Actually, the guy right before me was talking about, he's from Point Pleasant, which was interesting to me because the only time I ever spent, I'm sure you all either have or know people who have like stayed at summer houses down the Jersey Shore. I don't know if they're still around. There's a lot of needles there. But if you have ever known anyone to stay at Jersey Shore, and so one summer I actually did it just because I was curious with all the hubbub was, yeah, I don't mean any offense to anyone from Jersey here. I sincerely don't, which is why I'm going to go ahead and just stop talking about it. But if you've all ever spent time down there at the shore, I don't know if it's wrong for me to say, sir. Man, you're looking at me like you've got bug eyes. I should mention, yeah, this is the one that looks. It's a surreal place where it felt to me like an effort to get away from those stereotypes. So I tried to fit in. And I tried to be as Jersey as I could. I obviously poofed my hair up, you know. They're like, no, you got the wrong stereotype. So I got back in my cab and I got another passenger. I obviously didn't write that. I'm gonna remember it though. Again, I don't mean to be mean to Jersey, but this is one that I had written a couple years ago. How many Jerseyans does it take to screw in a light bulb?
1,000.
One. It's pretty fucking simple. Anyway, thank you guys.